ranking the best Red Ranger helmets from the Zordon era, and we're going to be including Lost Galaxy just because. You can think of this as ranking the best Power Rangers Red Ranger helmets of the 1990s. One of the things I noticed about watching Power Rangers was that not only did I find the storylines interesting and the characters interesting, but I also really liked the designs of the costumes, the weapons, and the helmets. And I think that this list is going to function so much more smoothly if we start at the top and then go down. Start at number one and then move on. Absolutely, the best Red Ranger helmet is from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, worn by Jason and Rocky. Not only is it the best Red Ranger helmet, I think it is one of the best costumes in the entire series, the whole package costume. And of course, it's meant to resemble the Tyrannosaurus, but it's just a very visually pleasing design. Even if it's not your favorite or not number one in your book, I hope that it's number two. An absolutely excellent design. But believe it or not, for number two, which is the second best Red Ranger helmet, I'm going with the In Space helmet that was worn by Andros. And with Power Rangers in Space, there was something that was very different. All the Rangers had the same design for the costume and the helmet. And that's because it was a really good one. Again, it's very easy on the eyes, it has that great sci-fi look, and also moving toward a space-based design that is going to be something that is more orderly, smooth, and representative of the future. So I absolutely love the in-space design as well, and Power Rangers in Space was a very underrated part of the series. I mean, they had some excellent characters, they had excellent villains, and they also brought it to one of the best finales in any of the Power Ranger sagas, if you will. So that will be number two. But now number three might surprise some people, but I'm going with the Red Ninja Ranger. And this is not a helmet. I'm fully aware that the Red Ninja Ranger is not wearing a helmet. He's wearing a mask. Some people might call it a hood. You could even call it a hooded mask. But this, of course, was worn by Rocky and even featured in Power Rangers the movie. I swear I saw this, I think when I was 7 years old, and I had this impact, like when I was 7 years old. I had this response just thinking, now wait a second, how on earth are we supposed to believe that a mask made of cloth is going to protect these people more than a helmet? But, even as a kid, I could think like that, but, it's a show, it's fictional, and we are fully aware that it's just part of the story. But in terms of a design, it's actually a very, very nice design, very smooth, and, it actually looks somewhat cool. Those are the top three in my book, and I would love to know your responses, and as always, you can hit the like button and subscribe, drop a comment down below. What do you think about the Red Ranger helmets? But to move on to number four on the list, this is one that might actually surprise people in a different way. I'm going with Lost Galaxy. And Lost Galaxy is the Red Galactic Ranger. That's Leo. Leo wore the red helmet. But this one is one that I do not like too much. It's meant to represent the Galacta Beast, and it has these yellow-orange stripes that are on there, but they don't really stand out, and they don't really take over the design. And I watched Lost Galaxy probably 7 or 8 episodes in before I even noticed that there was anything yellow-orange on Leo's helmet. So it doesn't really use this in a constructive way. You might say that the presentation is bad, or it's a good concept, but poorly executed. Purely a personal preference. But I really would put the Lost Galaxy helmet for the Red Galactic Ranger in a very, very mid-place. Now, things are slowly getting worse because the next one is going to be the Red Turbo helmet, worn by Tommy. And I absolutely love Jason Frank. Jason David Frank is perhaps the most iconic individual to ever work with the Power Rangers franchise, and I was a Green Ranger fan growing up. I mean, when I was 5 years old watching the Power Rangers in 1993, I loved the Green Ranger. I loved the Green with Evil miniseries, the Green Ranger miniseries, all of that stuff, the Sword of Darkness. He absolutely is one of my favorite characters, actors, and we can talk about the Green Ranger in a future episode. But for the Red Turbo Ranger, I mean, this thing doesn't even know what it's trying to be. It's a cross between a truck grill and a bug light, and it doesn't know which one it wants to be. And I really have found that that is just something that's unattractive. It's not fun to look at. But if that's not fun to look at, that will bring us to the final one on the list here. You guys know there's only one left, and that is going to be the red Zeo Ranger helmet, also worn by Tommy. It's a rough day for Jason David Frank. But he actually made comments about this. He made comments about how he didn't like the red Zeo Ranger helmet either. It's just not pleasing to look at. It has a star for the entire face. It doesn't look like a helmet. That's one of the things that really bothers me. It looks like an ornament as opposed to something that a person would actually be wearing and trying to look out. It's not realistic. It's not a practical design. And it looks bizarre. And I mean, I can see why other people have made comments about this. I can see why other people do not like it. But you've heard my rankings. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in space. Then we're going to the Red Ninja Ranger. Then to Lost Galaxy. Then Turbo. And then Zeo. And thank you so much for listening to my presentation on the best Red Ranger helmets. And like I said, this is an opinionated thing, so you can give your feedback in the comments section down below. And this is on the newly repackaged SFM TV and Gaming channel. So if there are other shows that you would like to hear about, you can make requests in the comments section as well. And to those of you who are interested in the Power Rangers, I'm going to be doing a full series review of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. So if that's something that you're curious about, one more time, you can hit the like button and subscribe. And other than that, it's morphin' time.